Hidden within Cambodia's vast jungles, behind towering walls and ancient moats, lies the last and greatest capital of Khmer Empire, Angkor Thom, the great city. Most travelers know Angkor Wat, the temple of temples, but few realize just a short ride away lies a walled city larger than Angkor Wat itself, once home to kings, priests, soldiers, and thousands of ordinary people. Angkor Thom was not built as a temple but a royal city, a planned capital covering 9 square kilometers, protected by high stone walls and a wide moat. It housed temples, palaces, state buildings, markets, homes, and monks' quarters. At its center stood Bayon Temple, the spiritual and symbolic heart of the empire. Angkor Wat was a religious monument dedicated originally to the Hindu god Vishnu. Angkor Thom was a living city, combining political, religious, and cultural life. It was bigger than Angkor Wat, yet less internationally recognized due to the architectural dominance and symmetry of Angkor Wat's iconic silhouette. Each of Angkor Thom's five monumental gates, north, south, east, west, and the Victory Gate, served as guarded entries to this walled city. These gates were not just passageways, but cosmic gateways constructed to reflect Khmer cosmology. The wide causeways leading to the gates are lined with rows of 54 stone deities on each side. One side representing the Devas, gods, the other the Asuras, demons. These statues are locked in a dramatic tug of war holding the body of the serpent Vasuki, representing the churning of the ocean of milk, a Hindu mythological event in which gods and demons collaborate to extract the nectar of immortality. This depiction not only symbolizes balance of good and evil, but also the role of kingship as the divine mediator in maintaining cosmic order. The larger and freer markets where the broader commoner population traded and lived were situated just outside the city gates, especially near the south gate, while restricted and functional trade activity occurred inside, likely controlled and serving the elite. The main gates of Angkor Thom were not permanently closed to commoners. Access was permitted, especially during religious festivals, processions, or public worship events. However, access to the inner royal enclosures or elite areas was restricted, monitored by guards or elite classes. So, commoners could enter Angkor Thom but not roam freely throughout the royal compound. Once you pass through these gateways, at the very heart of Angkor Thom stands the Bayon Temple, an enigmatic and spiritually powerful structure. Its 54 towers are adorned with 216 serene, smiling faces watching over the city in all directions. Surprisingly, Bayon was a public temple, though constructed by and for the royal family. It served as the state temple of Jayavarman VII and was central to his Mahayana Buddhist vision of a compassionate divine kingship. While the inner sanctums may have been limited to priests or royal patrons, commoners were allowed to enter and pray in the outer galleries and terraces. Moreover, the temple's bas reliefs, unlike earlier temples, do not just depict gods and epics, they show ordinary Khmer life: markets, cockfights, fishing, farming, weddings, indicating that the temple was both sacred and socially inclusive in its narrative and function. In 1177 CE, the Cham Navy from present day central and southern Vietnam launched a surprise attack, sacking the Khmer capital and defeating the Khmer military. This defeat was a major humiliation for the Khmer Empire, exposing its vulnerability. In response, Jayavarman VII, a skilled military leader, rallied forces, reclaimed the Khmer heartland, and defeated the Chams around 1181 CE. After securing victory, Jayavarman VII ascended the throne and began a massive construction campaign with Angkor Thom at its heart. This is how this monumental city of Angkor Thom was built for defense, religious symbolism, a statement of Khmer Empire's might, and in commemoration of King Jayavarman's seventh victory over the Chams of Vietnam. Next in line within the walled city is located Bapuan Temple, the mountain of the gods. Older than Angkor Thom itself, Bapuan Temple predates King Jayavarman VII, the construction of the city, and was originally built in the mid 11th century by King Udayattiya Varman II. It is a temple mountain symbolizing Mount Meru, the cosmic center of the universe in Hindu and Buddhist beliefs. Initially dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva, it was later modified with the Buddhist additions, including a massive reclining Buddha on its western side. By incorporating Bapuan within the walls of Angkor Thom, King Jayavarman VII honored the empire's religious past, integrating earlier Hindu monuments into his grand Buddhist capital. Its towering structure, once one of the most impressive of Angkor, reinforced the spiritual and cosmological layout of Angkor Thom, where sacred space, political authority, and cosmic order all converged. The Terrace of the Elephants, the symbol of royal power and public ceremony, is located directly in front of the royal palace area. The Terrace of the Elephants stretches 350 meters along the eastern edge of Angkor Thom's central square. It served as a grand viewing platform where the king, his generals, and the high officials watched military parades, public ceremonies, religious processions, and possibly even court functions. The intricate carvings of elephants, lions, garudas, and mythological creatures symbolize strength, authority, and divine protection. Its location reflects how royal power was displayed publicly, reminding all within Angkor Thom that the king ruled with both might and sacred legitimacy. In the context of Angkor Thom's walled city, this terrace emphasized the centralized, organized nature of Khmer rule, a city designated for defense, ceremony, and control. Let us now unravel the mystery of the Terrace of the Leper King. The Terrace of the Leper King, located near the Royal Square, is an elevated platform adorned with intricate carvings of mythological beings, Nagas, and celestial figures. Atop the platform sits a withered, moss covered statue, once mistaken for a leper due to discoloration and missing fingers, hence the name. Many scholars believe the statue represents Yama, the Hindu Buddhist god of death and judgment, overseeing justice and the afterlife. The carvings along hidden walls beneath the terrace depict underworld beings, suggesting a symbolic connection to divine judgment. A local legend tells of a Khmer king afflicted with leprosy who ruled despite his illness. Some associate this tale with King Yasovarman or Jayavarman VII, though historical proof is scarce. A darker version of the legend claims the ruling king of Angkor was required to sleep with a serpent or Nagin spirit, believed to be a manifestation of Naga goddess, representing the earth and fertility. In some versions, the spirit took the form of a mysterious woman who visited the king nightly in secret. Scholars interpret this legend as a symbolic reminder that the king's rule was conditional. This reflects the deepening intertwining of politics, religion, and mythology in Khmer kingship. The terrace of the leper king, with its connection to death, underworld beings, and ambiguous identity, fits into these layers of legend and spiritual anxiety. While Angkor Wat stood as a temple to the gods, Angkor Thom was a living city, larger in size, richer in complexity, a capital where power, faith, and ordinary life existed side by side. Today, the kings are gone, the markets have fallen silent, but the city remains a testament to ambition, artistry, and the hands of thousands, not just kings, but farmers, builders, and believers. So, step beyond the walls, discover the life within and outside Angkor Thom.